to the topic of the discussion and hit the issues you typically find reluctant. Remove the facade to fill the gap with some substance. We undermining problems, expecting to overcome it. Please hold the applause. We doing it for the cause. People follow culture before they follow the laws. We rather face the friction and not attempt it at all. Persistence will find solutions once our contentment dissolves. There's a hard pill to swallow for anyone breathing, both for folks who stay woke and those who be dreaming. We ain't slaves, yet we still ain't experienced freedom. What we need is the keys to access the kingdom. We're all in this fallen world trying to stay intact. I'm just a beggar, point you out to where the bread is at. So follow the breadcrumbs like Hansel and Gretel. And thank Yogi Bear and the thought engineer for that on Man Talk Monday. It's Man Talk Monday. Woo!
To all of y'all, keeping y'all in health, just to see you smile and enjoy yourself.
That's what rap was rap back there, brother. That's
hey, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Man Talk Monday. I'm your man, the thought engineer, Derek Smith, here with my man, comedian John Yogi. How you feeling tonight, bro?
Man, what is good? I'm excited about the show tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. I know it would appear it's not as heavy as we normally are, but I think we're going to have a really good time with this one tonight, man. Yeah.
I think so, too. I think it's going to be pretty good. I think it's going to be pretty good. But let me just go ahead and just remind everybody real quick. It's Man Talk Mondays. This is Man Talk Mondays, open forum where we talk about the real deal when it comes to relationships. Now, keep in mind, this is not just for men. We want everybody to participate. Men, women, boys, and girls, you are welcome. We want to hear from you. Now, how we hear from you is very simple. You just go into the comment section, leave your comment, leave your question. We can see this, but this is how you talk to us. But by all means, make sure you go in there, drop us a line, let us know how you feel, let us know what's on your mind, right? That's the name of the game. It's just a conversation. We sitting around, we talking, having a good time, but we want to hear from you, all right? So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for our segment we call Man Talk About It.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing today? So good. Oh, yeah. So today we're going to talk about why I insist on buying things online and I get mad when they don't work. So I bought this soap thing, this soap cover. So this particular soap is supposed to, you take a look at soap. It's a gray bar soap that when you wash it, when you wash your beard hair with it, it's supposed to turn your beard hair back to the natural color that's in this. Now it says no lies, no dyes, nothing like that. It's supposed to turn it back in 3 washes. Now, but this is the thing. It's supposed to turn it back in 3 washes, and it's supposed to stay that particular color. But they'll sell you 6 bars of it. Now let's make that make sense. It's supposed to turn it back in 3 washes, but they'll sell you 6 boxes of it. So I got 6 boxes. I already went through one of these, and you see my hair. You see how dark it is. You see how full and black it is. As a matter of fact, it has never been any whiter. As a matter of fact, this is the whitest and cleanest my beard has ever been because I've been washing it a lot, trying to make it turn back black. Fool, it ain't gonna turn back black because your natural color now is gray, and it's not gonna turn back black. But I believed it because I saw it on social media, so I knew it had to be correct. I'm not done, there's more. This particular product right here is the one that they sell. They say, if you spray this on the scratches and stuff that you have on your car, you have little nicks and stuff on your car, this stuff will cover it up. But first of all, anytime you buy something that's in Japanese writing, you know you're in trouble. Not only do you know you're in trouble, but you know you just got screwed, okay? I don't even know what it says in this thing. I think it says Windex on here because when I sprayed it on my car, I heard my car laugh and say, "Really? Is that what we doing?" Please, somebody make me understand why. Because, and my wife tells me all the time, "Honey, stop buying stuff off social media." But I believe it. Derek, please help me understand why I am so gullible to things being on social media, because I want to believe them. I want to believe because this is on social media, it is correct. And again, I say my bird and my car hadn't had more scratches on it since I bought this stuff.
Well, let me just translate for you. That Chinese writing on there that says, "Thank you for sending my kids to college." Thank you for my new house, my new car.
Listen. And they got, they show examples of people using the stuff, D, and it doesn't work, and it just doesn't work. It don't even work a little, D. It does not work.
Oh man. Yeah, it's pretty bad, man. I bought a few things and I said I just stopped.
My question to you is, can you help me out? Why do we want to believe what's on social media rather than what our intellect is telling us about that? Because
right, because
they've already talked themselves out of it working.
Yeah,
because they said it'll turn your hair black in 3 washes. So why are you selling me 6 balls? Only 6 balls.
Hold on.
All I need is 1 ball.
You say your natural color, right? Right, your natural color.
Yes. Then
your natural color must be Moses. Then, or is this Moses your natural color?
It must be because my hair has not been more whiter. And it's just as clean. You know how your hair real clean, it squeak. Clean. And I'm like, nope, brother, I can't find black. You hear me? I cannot find any black on this hair.
But no, man, you absolutely right. We get sold a lot of fluff. We get taken for a ride on social media. They advertise stuff to us, and I mean it's just fake. It's not real at all. But yet and still, we still make the purchases. We still buy into what is being put out there. We buy into it, even to the point that we buy into the things that people in relationships put out there. Right? We've seen all the posts. We've seen, my honey, my love, my king, my queen, and all this type of stuff. Then you turn around and the status and change to, you know what I'm saying, I'm hitting the streets again or something like that. Right?
Yeah.
So we talking about tonight. We're going to be talking about tonight social media mirage, love or lies. Social media mirage, love or lies. And we want to hear from you tonight. Listen, we do the most on social media. We do the most.
Yes, we do.
But how is it when we dealing with relationships with social media?
Well, I think most of the time people want their relationships to be the example. Now, whether it really is or not, I think people like to use their relationship as an example because, hey, look, we traveling. Hey, look, we're at the 5-star restaurants. Hey, look, we taking vacations. Oh, hey, we got the house, we got the cars. People want their lives, or let me say this: the ESPN moments of the da moments of their life.
Right.
Those on social media, and that's supposed to be the highlights of our marriage. And we want you to think that is the marriage. It's not the highlights of marriage. It is this what our marriage consists of. It's all that moments in our marriage.
Why you ain't putting the argument that you just had on there? Why you ain't putting the fight and all this? Why you ain't putting the stuff you found that you was questioning him or her about? Why you ain't putting all that on social media? Why it's got to be this perfect picture all the time?
Why you not putting he asked you to sign a prenup on there?
Oh, not the
And y'all
prenup.
and y'all had a fight. Y'all was fighting about that before y'all got married. Because that don't make the sports. That don't make the sports center. That don't make the da.
Mm,
I want my marriage to be envied. I want my relationship to be envied. More importantly, I want my life to be envied. I want people to want to
wow.
be me.
Yeah. Oh man.
I want people to get up in the morning and want to be me. Even though my life is so, but I can make it look like, oh man, you want to be me. I want that celebrityism. I want that celebrityism. Good
I
evening.
want
Good evening.
people to be me.
I want
That's
people to want to be
bro.
me.
That's saying a whole lot for people to want to be you. They want your life, but the thing is, your life isn't actually your life. Your life is something that you're putting out there to people, and it's not real. It's not real at all.
No, it's not. It's not real. Well,
Do
but again,
we care that
it's
it's
on
not
social.
real?
It's on social media, so it is real. Again, it's on
Okay.
social. It's on social media. It is real, D. We buy it every day. We buy it every day because it is real. Because we see it, it has to be real.
So social media is the new reality. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
It's the new reality.
Yes. Social media
Now,
is the reality TV because that's what reality TV does.
and I'm glad you said that because it's already been discovered that the reality TV is not real, but we're still trying to measure our lives and our relationships based on this fantasy. It's based on falsehood and lies. Why are we so caught up in that?
Well, one of the things, man, is you have to ask yourself when you're posting, what am I trying to get out of this post? Because because I'm a comedian, I have people that want to follow me because they know I'm gonna do something crazy or funny. Yes, but but also people want to see how you living, what's going on with you, where you going, where you traveling to, what planes you on, what cities you in. People want to see that kind of stuff too, and you got to ask yourself, why am I posting this stuff? What am I trying to get out of this post?
Yeah, yeah. And I think the social mileage. I think that's what it's social mileage. Just like people have frequent flyer miles, and if you get enough frequent flyer miles, you get
Yes,
perks, right? You
yes,
get free flights. Well, we got social miles on social media that if I get enough likes and shares and stuff like that, that means I'm accepted, I'm popular, and the whole nine, or I'm famous, so to speak. We social
yes.
media famous.
Mm-hmm.
LaShawn says, I swear I will never change my relationship status on Facebook. I'm too wishy-washy. I'd quit/cut a fool quick. I'd take you back if you quit me just to dump you. Oh wow.
Sound like it do every week. Like she got some issues that she need to be working on.
Monique said, I like that question. What are we trying to receive from the post?
So let me say this: I have been guilty of this. I've had the opportunity to go to Derek and myself have had the opportunity to go to. I can't remember where we went.
we've been Dubai, we've been to
We've
Puerto
been to
Rico, we've
Dubai.
been to several
Yeah, we went
places.
to Puerto
Yeah.
Rico. We've been to a couple of really nice places together. And I want it's funny because as we're there, we're posting pictures. And we're not
Yeah.
posting pictures so that you can wish you would be us. We're
Yeah.
posting pictures, at least I'm posting pictures to motivate you, to let you know that there is more to life than just the hustle and bustle of everyday work. There's more. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm from Oak Cliff. I'm from South Oak Cliff, born and raised. And I know the first time I went somewhere was the first time I went somewhere. And because I remember going up to the University of Houston and I remember seeing the anti-gravity room. And I was
Mm,
35 or 36 then. And I had never been exposed to nothing like that. And so all
yeah.
we're trying to do by showing you pictures is to motivate and inspire. All we're trying to
Yeah.
do is to motivate and inspire and to let you know that there's more out there to life than perhaps what you see every day. Man, Dubai, people never dream of going to Dubai, and it was a beautiful place. Everybody
Oh
should
man.
experience. Everybody should
Yeah.
experience. And we
Yeah.
went to Puerto Rico not too long ago. Beautiful experience. Everybody should want to go. Everybody should go. The mosquitoes was hot though. Woo!
Oh my
Mosquitoes was hot on us.
goodness.
The mosquitoes was on us.
The mosquitoes is next level. And I'm the kind of person, mosquitoes love me, man. I don't care where I am, where I go, mosquitoes love me. But it was next level. But you absolutely right. You want to show people that things are happening in your life, but at what level does it become you trying to either provoke jealousy, or like you said, you trying to inspire, or just trying to get people to say, hey, won't you, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and do some things yourself, challenge yourself and push yourself to do bigger, better things.
Absolutely. But that's not but that because that is not the purpose of why we do what we do most of the time. Most of the time we're doing it we're bragging. Hey, look at me. I'm in Africa. Hey, look at me. Look at me. Hey,
Yeah.
look at me. Look at
Yeah.
me. And it's like, okay, that's good. But the problem with living through most social media is if I start to investigate your life, what am I going to find? Is it going to
Yeah.
hold up?
Now that's it. That's it. Monique says, I'm with that. I'm trying my best to post things that will inspire you, challenge your thinking, or to show gratitude, not in any way to show off, to show gratitude, right? It's a good thing to appreciate the life that you have, especially if you done worked and you done grind. You know what I'm saying? You jumped on your grind and you got things now. Things are different now than they used to be. You know what I'm saying? To just let people know.
I think the worst thing we could do, Derek, is we just went to me and Shore just went to Capitol Grill on Friday for her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice experience, very expensive experience, and we actually thought about, hey, it's Shore's birthday. Let me put some pictures up. But I was like, no, because this is the moment that I just want to share with her. I'm not doing this for everybody else. And I also,
Yeah.
when that $233 bill came out, they wasn't going to help me pay for it. So
Right.
I just think we really need to be careful about how much, because remember, man, when I put stuff up like that, it is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not trying to brag about my life. I'm trying to show you that there are better things out there in life that we can inspire for. There was some really nice cars in the parking lot. There was a
yeah.
Lamborghini truck that was out in the parking lot. Oh my God, it was really nice. Wanted to take pictures
Right.
of that, because I want one of those one day. I want one of those. What I got ain't enough. I want a Lamborghini truck because it was real. Oh my God, they was so nice, man. Because it is.
Oh man, you ain't got to tell me.
It inspires me to work harder so I can have nicer things, and that's all, man. That's simply all I'm trying to do. So
yeah,
again,
have you ever been to the west side of Plano? They roll tough on the west side of Plano. Just let y'all know, Plano, Texas, the west side, they roll pretty tough over there on that side. But we talking about social media mirage, love or lies. So quick question. Is proclaiming your love on social media, is it romantic?
Well, it is. I'm not gonna say it's not. It is, but if you're not doing the same in real life, if you're not professing your love to that particular person and you're doing it more on social media, there's nothing worse than and I hate to be specific about some words because people know what I'm talking about, so I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
I'm just gonna say there's nothing worse than you, because people get kind of bad with it. You're like, here they go again. Here they go again. And then when you know the people, it's not all of that. It's like, but I just think sometimes people want to do it so that people think everything is okay. And I don't know if that's fair. I don't know if that's fair to you or them. Because to be honest, something I learned. I bought a house, my first house. I bought a house that had a swimming pool in the backyard and had all this stuff. Mm-hmm. People would pull up to the house. They'd be like, "Ooh, man, wow, dude, this is nice." And I was like, Yeah. But in the background, I was like this, trying to hold the house up.
Right, right.
So after people, after people get through patting you on your back, they're gonna go home and they ain't gonna think no more about you. And it's the same with social media. How much is it worth for you to say your relationship? It's fun. This is so funny. People would rather look good and be doing bad than to be
Oh
doing
wow.
good and not caring how they look.
Man, you just said a mouthful right there.
It's the
LaShawn
truth, bro.
says, no, proclaiming your relationship is the most unromantic junk ever. We don't care. Let me ask this question to LaShawn. Who hurt you? Who
Well,
hurt you?
but I want to ask this. I want to ask LaShawn, has someone ever did that to her? Has someone ever talked about their relationship online? Has someone, because it's the end
Oh,
thing. It's the, oh my God. When I had seen you, my eyes I just lifted because I was seeing an angel. You mean nobody has ever did that to you? Because people do it all the time. And it is,
yeah.
I agree. I agree. If that person don't know that you love them, you got to go through social media. Then something is wrong anyway. I think birthdays. I think there are examples of it. There should be examples of it, but I think we do a lot. I do. I think we do a lot with it.
So you good with special occasions?
Yeah,
That type
absolutely.
of okay. All right.
Because one thing about my wife, if I say, "Hey y'all, everybody help me wish the my queen a happy birthday," she is looking to see who. And
I mean, and for the birthdays, that's to be
yeah,
expected. You
yeah,
want to see everybody showing
yeah,
the birthday love and the
yeah,
whole nine.
yeah.
But if it's a random Tuesday and
Hey y'all, I love my girl today, y'all. Everybody give me an amen. I'm like, yeah, okay.
I'm so glad God has blessed me so much with this queen and all of this. Man, I mean, it get to be. I
Yeah, too
mean,
much.
you got to raise the eyebrow. You got to, you know what I'm saying, look at with the side eye. I wish I had that picture. You know that dog and the dog and
Oh
the
yeah,
like.
boy, that's
I wish I had that picture right now. Monique said, if it's to promote positivity and love, I'm for it. If it's just for show, then no. And most people can tell when folks are faking the funk.
yes. Go ahead, Derek. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because to Monique's point, we know what's going on. But why do people continue to still put out the fluff and the foolishness when we know they fight like cats and dogs outside of them pictures and posts?
Because most people, like myself, I want to say 1,500, some people following me, right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know 1,200 of them. I don't know
Uh-huh.
a bunch of them. So
Mm-hmm.
most of the stuff I put out is gold to them
Oh yeah.
if they even paying attention to it. Because most of us have more friends than we know. Most of us have
Right.
more friends on Facebook
Right.
than we actually really know.
Right.
Until we need $1 from each one of them, and then we only got 5 of them.
LaShawn says, no one has hurt me, nor has anyone posted their feelings about me on social media either. I'm gonna do a Steve Harvey. I'm reading between the lines. No one has hurt me, nor has anyone posted their feelings about me on social media. All right, let me keep reading. A lot of times we already know some of these folks are unhappy because their dudes be in a lot of our single ladies' inbox, our past. But that's not all the time, though. That's not all the time. And see, that's why I was reading the first part. You know what I'm saying? You know, LaShawn, would you like for some man to publicly proclaim his love for you?
Yes,
Though?
she would.
Would you like that,
Yes.
or is that a bunch of foolishness?
No, listen. Let me tell you something. Much as it's foolishness, it is romantic for somebody to openly express how they feel about you. It is. I don't care. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. It is. Now, unfortunately, the same guys are in everybody's DMs. It looks like in that particular circle. So, which is funny to me. I'm like, all these people, how all these guys in the same people DMs. But again, we're not going to get into that. We're going to have to get LaShawn on the show for some reason. I can't really think of a reason though, but we're gonna have to get on here for some reason.
Right. But it brings me to a question. I want to know, if your significant other doesn't post you, are they hiding or just being private?
That's a good question. So I got my answer, but I want to see what the people thinking.
We want to, y'all let us know. Let us know what you think. If your significant other doesn't post you, are they hiding or just being private?
And LaShawn, if you were happily dating, would you post him?
Hold on, let's guess what she says. She says he better not proclaim his love for me. Really?
She tripping.
For real though? Really?
She tripping. Oh. See, I don't like talking to LaShawn because LaShawn won't be honest. She won't be honest with me. I want her to be honest with me just one time. And she won't do it. See, LaShawn is the social media person that we're talking about because she won't be honest. Tell me the truth just one time and I'm gonna let you be. But you won't be honest with me.
Okay, so she said they're being private. She said if your significant other doesn't post you, they're being private. They're not hiding you.
They're hiding you. They're hiding.
Because think about it.
Everybody posts.
Right.
Other, unless you
right.
Can. Unless he on work release. Unless it's your side chick that she got some dude. Everybody posts. They
right. He been locked up so long he don't know how to post.
Everybody but LaShawn posts, but everybody else posts.
Monique said every now and again having a post with your man is great, but the excessive post is the issue. The excessive post. What's excessive, Monique? I want to know what you think is excessive. Give me an example. Give me an example of successes. Charlene said, I'm with John. She agree with you. She agree with you.
Listen, man. We're all about perception. That's all social media is. We are so much about how we are perceived. Most of us aren't as confident as we portray we are. Most of us aren't as a lot of things as we say we are. And social media allows us to be that. And that's fine. But somewhere you got to find yourself in that.
Yeah.
Somewhere we got to be careful. We can't lose ourselves in it.
Mika said, nah, post me. I've seen someone not post his significant other because he was in the streets. There's a healthy balance. I think she's absolutely right.
I'm with Mika. You better put me in some of them pictures. You better every man that I need to see myself in them. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, you better put me in the picture.
But it brings up a great point because I don't think people understand when you post stuff, you now make yourself accountable to everybody that's looking.
There you do. And thus is the reason why you should be in all of the pictures. Because I remember LaShawn was dating, and I'm trying to see if I remember pictures at the time. LaShawn, get back on here. I'm talking to you. Get back on here. I remember when you were dating somebody, and I want to know if you put pictures up when y'all were dating. Because I remember dating.
So she says we didn't have a way of posting before social media, and a lot of people post their significant others to keep from catching hell at home. Nah, don't post me.
You think so? Because I don't know if one has anything to do with the other. Because if I'm not treating you the way that I need to be treating you, or vice versa, social media really don't have anything to do with it. Because all they're gonna do, all I'm gonna hit you with is, I don't know why you lying on social media. You don't do none of that stuff that you be telling me that you do on social media. I need to see that in real life. I need to see that because eventually, if I don't see it in real life enough, there's gonna be another post. Back out here in these streets, y'all.
Right.
Back out here in these streets.
Right.
And then people are like, what happened? But I thought you was what happened?
The streets are calling. Yeah, the streets are calling.
The streets are calling. Yes. Absolutely.
So Monique gave her example. She says, my king, and I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna feel like how you say it, Monique. My king, just randomly every day. We know he yours. She say, we know he yours. We know you're happy, and that is good. But I wonder if you're going to post when you're all on the outs, when that heat hits you. Are you gonna post then?
If I can just assure Monica this one thing, if you keep posting about your king, heat coming right behind it. Because there's nothing about professing your love for somebody on publicly, and I hate to be spiritual, but the enemy knows. The enemy knows. Yeah. The enemy sees it too. And he said, so we loving in public. So that's what we doing. So let me get over here in this house and see if I can cause a little ruckus in this house.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, which used to make me not want to do it publicly, because I know it's going to hit the fan after you do. Or it's going to be tested. Let me say that it's going to be tested.
You know, I remember watching this video one time, and this lady was saying, she was talking about how, and I hate to say this because it's how she put it, how women will they go after men that are in relationships, men that are married, men that are in relationships, because they have shown that they have the capacity to be that guy who's going to be there for you. He knows how to hold it down. He knows how to maintain with the life and the family and everything. So they get particular attention as opposed to guys who haven't shown that they have that capacity.
So she's saying have shown the capacity on social media or guys.
I mean, just period. Just period. Yeah, just period. Not just on social media, but if you got if you got your man, women, if you got your man and you keep bragging on him about what all he's doing and how he's holding it down, he's your king and all this type of stuff. If you think that ain't going to entice somebody, you are sadly mistaken. You are kidding yourself. Somebody said, I want that. Not I want somebody and have that. No, I want that. And next thing you know, they're coming after.
When you see the social media things, like the shows, the reality shows, most of those women end up with the other people that's her friends. Most of the women that's running packs, the guy, her husband ends up with one of the other guys because she see it and say, you know what? I think I want me a taste of that right there. And most of the time they get it.
Now, Tramisha just said something. She says when they switch to first name, middle name instead of last name, Sarah Smith to Sarah Ann. Telltale signs. Listen, things done changed in the house.
That's true.
When the name changed on the profile. Oh yeah, you're absolutely right.
But to Tramisha's point though, why am I doing it? Now, if I'm doing it if I'm doing it and I'm not bragging to you guys and we have issues and we don't stay together, why would I have a problem about saying something about it? About saying that, hey, it didn't work out. Because let me tell you this. Normally, we start having problems in relationship. It's not all of a sudden. Now, the breakup may be all of a sudden, but the problems have been going like this. There have been issues. And wait a minute, can I ask this question? We use social media for everything but to get help in our relationships. Why won't we use it to get some help? Why won't we say, hey, y'all, man, well, we over here tripping. Can somebody can somebody get on? Can somebody tell me what we need to do? Does anybody know some counselors? Anybody know some people that can help us? Because if we don't get some help, we done. I don't get it. We use it for everything. All the bragging, all the trips, all this all cool. All the suits and the Gucci stuff and Uchi and Hoochie and whatever. All that is really cool. But what's really the value of that? Because listen, guys, as long as we got money, it's gonna always be stuff to buy, D. Tell me, but what is that really helping, D? What is that really help? If every 6 months, every 2-3 years, I'm in and out of relationships, dude, what is that really helping?
And if you're not careful, you can create a life that you can't keep up with. If every post is how you out, you know what I'm saying, chilling over here, you done took this trip here, took that trip there, and now that becomes your persona on social media. Now you got to try to keep that up, and you can break yourself and then put strain on whoever you with to try to keep up with this facade that you can trying to keep up.
There was a lady she was having a conference.
Oh yeah.
And she says, I need to find somebody that's going to inspire these women that they can be great. They can be boss chicks. You know, that's y'all thing, boss chicks. Yeah, okay.
Right.
She says, I need to find this lady that every time I see her, she got on red bottoms. Every time she making money moves, she doing this, she doing that. And so she began to look for her on social media because she was trying to get her, this is a true story, she was trying to get her to come to her conference. And when she found her, she said she had to get back with her on the dates of the conference because she was homeless at the time. She had lost her place, and she was, the word I like to use is hospital gown. She was hospital gown at the time, and she would have to get back with her because she was trying to get on her feet. Now, the whole time she's posting, you never saw none of this, how she was on tough times. But yet she had this lady that's following her is inspired by her, and she's wanting her, hey, I need you to come in and to talk to these women so they can be like you. But yet when she was hospital gown, she didn't want to come in then. And she says, I have to reevaluate my thinking about social media, because this is not what I thought I was going to get by looking into your lives.
Yeah. And for those of you but for those of you who wonder what hospital gown is, let me just explain hospital gown. You ever put on the hospital gown, you know, it tied in the back, but it don't cover in the back.
His ass out. His ass out. That's what it means.
So that's the whole hospital gown. When you hear him say hospital gown, you know exactly what it is. So just go ahead.
But so it makes me wonder who's crazy. Is the woman that follows her crazy, or is the woman keeping up the persona crazy? Because, man, dude, don't you owe it to people to tell them the truth, or you don't owe people nothing?
Now that's an interesting question. Do we really owe people anything?
Let me tell you something. I spent $60 some on both of these. Somebody owed me something.
Hold up. But that's the thing. Owing somebody something doesn't mean much to you if you're never going to see them.
True. There you go. Right.
If you're never going to see them. We're friends with people on Facebook. We have followers and stuff on social media that we don't even see. We don't socialize with. We don't see. They're not in our circle. But the thing is, you never know who's watching and where they are and when you're going to see them.
That's one of the things that bothers me as a comedian. A lot of time, a lot more than I do now. But I used to do shows all the time, all over the place. And people would get on the elevator with me that would know me, and I wouldn't know them. And that used to bother me because I wasn't secure at the time with how you know me, why you know me, and how you talking to me like we buddies, and I don't know you. Like, that used to really bother me. It did.
No, that make perfect sense. And see, that's the thing about social media. We can't forget the media part. We focus on the social, but we can't forget the media. Media means that things are amplified and they're put out there to people whom you come across that you don't even know. Yeah. You don't know, but you're putting it out there, and they have a glimpse into your life, and you don't even know who's looking into your life, and you going about your everyday life, and they see you. They see you maybe in public or something, and so you don't know. You've raised your level of accountability to people who you don't even know. Yes. You think about celebrities and how they can't live their lives because they're public figures. When you become a public figure, you kind of belong to the public. because they can have an opinion about your life. They can have opinion about things you do, what you wear, where you go, what you eat, and the whole nine. And they're not afraid to tell you exactly how they feel about what you're doing. But you put yourself out there publicly for them. So relationships, does that really work? Dr. Selena says, for me, my social media posts give a lens into the happiness in our marriage, but doesn't negate the work that it takes to get there. It is work. Absolutely, it's work. My thing is, based on the posts, do the posts that we have in relationships, do they provide a balance to say, hey, it can be good, but it's still some work. If somebody just went through your social media and they just read your post, could they get that perception from what you post, or would they get, hey, it's all good over here, everything is lovely, we loving each other, everything is great? Not to say that that's not the truth, but the reality is people go through things.
That's good, Dave. And that's the question, because I don't think so. I think we do such a good job of, and I hate to say hiding, but we do such a good job of hiding when we're not well, when we're hurting, when things aren't going as well. The last thing we actually talk about is when, hey, I'm not in a healthy space. I'm not doing well. I'm not, we don't get that. We hardly ever get that on social media, because you have gotten into a reputation on social media for doing this, for being this way. And that's what people know you for. People don't generally know us for, oh, guys, the day's not a good day, we're not really feeling it today. We don't get that much of it on social media.
And I remember, because we don't want to show people the real, because that says something about us and where we are with how we're managing our emotions, how we're managing our life. I remember this lady, Mel Robbins. Mel Robbins, she was doing a coaching session with somebody, and she recorded it. And the young girl was like, I'm trying to inspire other young women on social media who are going through depression and going through problems and everything. And she was posting inspirational stuff, like little sayings and all of this. And Mel Robbins got to talking to her, and she found out that she used to cut herself. She used to be a cutter. People, they, what I'm saying? So
that part.
Mel Robbins told her, she said, how about you take a picture of your scars and you post them?
Wow.
Why are you so afraid to be that real with people, to say, listen, this is not something that I don't know about. This is something that I've been through, I've struggled with. I know where you may be at this time, and I just want to let you know that there's hope. And you show them where you've been, and then tell them where they can be.
Because if we truly are trying to motivate, we have to let people know where we're coming from, where we've been, what we've been through. And there hadn't always been good days. But if we only post the good days, if we only post sunshine, people are thinking it never rains.
Yeah.
And we gotta post some rain, because I'm wondering, I'm thinking as have I ever posted any rain? Have I ever posted anything and which is the reason why I was so adamant about talking about last week when I went through the heart attack.
Yeah.
Because I wanted people to know my life is bananas now because of that thing. And my headspace hadn't been the same since, because it took me from a place to another place, and I'm trying to work that out. If we are truly trying to inspire and help people, we gotta let people know where we are and where we're coming from, because so many people can adjust to the cuts, but we don't never show that. Every time they see us, we done healed up. We got little scabs and band-aids on, because we won't show the cuts and scars on.
Right. We got sleeves on. We not showing.
Well, you know what? We got real high.
We got our sleeves on. We're not showing. And here's the thing that's so powerful about that: your scars make you relatable. People can't relate to your happy life. People can
Yes,
relate to the
all
to
the
the
time.
facade that you put up, and it leaves them chasing something that's not real. So when they come across a rough spot in their relationship, a rough spot in their marriage, they think that something is wrong with them, that they're this anomaly when it's just part of the norm. And when we don't tell people we don't show people the real deal about our relationships on social media. Now, there's a great opportunity there to help people, but it requires a vulnerability. It requires us exposing ourselves to a certain degree to just relate to people, to show them you not crazy. It's not just you. This is just part of the process.
Well, remember I said that woman was trying to get in touch with the other lady because of what she had seen on social media. So when she brings you into her conference for you to motivate other people, what can you say or tell them that can actually motivate them to make them think they can do what you're doing? Because you have to
Mm-hmm.
have been through something, came from somewhere in order to motivate people to say, I can do it as well. Because
Right.
there's going to come a time where you got to uncover the scars.
Yeah. Yeah. How you gonna pull somebody out of a pit that you can't reach when you can't reach them?
When you ain't never been
And
in
you,
the pit.
now you've been in the pit, but because you won't be honest, you can't reach them. Now you still standing from a place where you've overcome, and you're trying to pull them to that place of overcoming. But you gotta first be able to reach them to be able to pull them. So being vulnerable and being honest about where you are, especially in your relationships, it makes a connection where you can connect with them, but then you give them hope by letting them know, here is where you can end up. I know where you are right now, but it can be this much better over here if you just keep moving in the right direction.
You know, one of the things about Cardi B, and I don't always agree with everything she says, but man, she is very relatable because she would tell you about her being in the gutter days. She would tell you about her stripping days when she was robbing, she don't have no
Mm-hmm.
filter when it comes, and people love her because she is so relatable. She would tell you, girl,
Yeah.
I have been there, I have been here, I have been there, and I think that's inspirational for people because everybody has been through something. Everybody has a story, and want to know if your story is relatable to theirs.
All right. So we're going to leave you with 6 rules for relationships and social media. You in a relationship or you plan to get in one. These are just 6 rules that you need to be aware of, be mindful of if you're going to do a relationship and do social media. Rule number 1. Rule number 1. Spend more time with your significant other than you do with your social media.
Yeah. Well, make sure you're putting more effort into that than you are the social media stuff. Because it takes time to post and take cameras, but you want to make sure that you're not posting a lie. And it's just as strong as it looks like it is in those pictures.
You know, it's crazy. I heard somebody say, I don't remember who said it. They said it's amazing how social media has connected more people than anything, but yet and still we're so disconnected.
Wow.
With all of the connections we make. We got all of these friends, all of these followers, but yet and still we're so disconnected. You don't want to be disconnected from your spouse, person you're dating. You don't want to be disconnected from them because you're so connected to your social media. So you got to spend more time with them than you do your social media. Number 2, respect your significant other's privacy.
So do that. What? Okay, I'm gonna need you to expound on that. So that means you need me to go on pictures with you, or you don't need me. What you need from me?
You need that other person. You don't move beyond what they're comfortable as far as what you're sharing. You don't share just for the sake of, hey, well, this is what I want to do. You gauge where they are, and if they're a private person. True. And you so public with your social media, you can't post as much because you want to be respectful of their sense of privacy.
True. Yeah.
So respect your significant other's privacy. Number 3, ask yourself why you want to share.
See there, that part right there, that one right there, that one right. That is that man. That is good because it's funny. Before we talked about this, I'm sure I've never thought about why I do some of the things, why I'm really particular about what I share on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because everybody's not in your corner. And more importantly, man, I don't want to be on here bragging, especially making people think I got more than I have and like somebody's giving me something. So,
Yeah. If everything you do is for the gram, then you're gonna probably struggle with being with somebody.
Well, see, I knew people was in trouble when they said you can take a toilet seat and put it up to the window and it looks like an airplane. It looks like you're on an airplane.
Man.
And I thought, why would you need to show people that you're on an airplane constantly like that unless you're doing it to be braggadocious or to make people think that you taking trips? Wait, is it? You catching trips, not feelings.
Oh, catching trips, not feelings. Okay.
Well, that's
mess around, leave you stranded somewhere. You don't know how to get home. Because there are people playing that dangerous game too. That's just completely crazy. Completely crazy. Number 4, don't type what you don't want your significant other to see.
Well, one time when I was new to social media, I had a friend of mine that had reached out to me, and she asked me something, and hold
on. Let's clarify. No, we gonna be real and vulnerable today. What do you mean by a friend, John? What do you mean? Talk to me now. We gonna be. You gonna keep it real? We gonna keep it real.
I had a friend to reach out to me, and she asked me. Well, I had an old friend of mine to reach out. She said, "Catch flights, not feeling, John." Okay, Tramisha. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She said it like she was kind of upset. So, but anyway, so she asked me. She had asked me how long had I been on social media. Old girlfriend reached out.
Right.
And we were just chatting, harmless. And she says, we talking about social media. She say, so you a virgin on social media too? I say, yeah, I'm a virgin. That was her wording. That was her wording. And I say, yeah, I'm a virgin on this thing too. And for some kind of way, when I responded back, mine posted. Hers was in the
yours posted to everybody. Oh no!
And so as soon as it posted, my phone started blowing up.
Oh my goodness!
So hello, said, "Hey, so you a virgin?"
Oh no! Are you serious?
I'm so serious. So I called my wife. I said, "Honey." That's when I know I'm in trouble. I call my wife, baby. I don't posted something I can hear on Facebook talking about. I can hear her typing in the background trying to get to my Facebook. I said,
Mika say, I done screamed. Me too, Mika. I needed this story right here. Charlene laughing, Monique laughing.
I got a million stories, brother. I got a million of them. When I called, I could hear her typing in the background, trying to get on my page. I said, I done put something up for I need.
I did something bad.
I did put some up for it. I can't get it down because I knew something because the girl that was on here with me responded back. She was like, whoa. Whoa, I don't want no. I knew something was wrong when she started. Whoa. Cause I was like, oh, what I do? I did something.
That is too funny. Oh, girl, my goodness, that is funny.
I lost about 5 pounds in sweat. I was like, brother. I was sweaty. And she's like, John,
Oh
you're a
my
straight always.
goodness.
John, what you doing? I said, well, I had went up there and this thing. It's funny because
That is hilarious.
I could hear her typing in the background, doing night round. I say, as I'm telling her, she trying to get to my social media page so she can take it down. I'm like, whoo, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
wow.
That was story time with John today, y'all. That was story time with John.
So needless to say, number 4, don't type what you don't want your significant other to see. Oh my goodness. Beware of your exes and your DMs. Because social media has created a way for people to find you, whether you want them to find you or not. And it means nothing for them to reach out. Hey, how you doing? I see you. Y'all. Yeah. So don't type anything you don't want them to see. Number 5. If you're a virgin. That was oh my goodness, that was a setup. Why would you use that terminology?
I wouldn't.
No, because she put it to you, right? She posed it to you.
She said to me. She said to me. And I was,
oh man, see the devil be busy. He be busy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. Yeah, I know.
Oh man. Oh man, I couldn't have been there. I couldn't have been there. Number 5, agree about sharing passwords and or accounts. Agree about sharing passwords and or accounts. If you go, what happens when you go, you want to share your password or your account, you want to share it, and that other person is like, nah, I'm good. So what should you think?
Well, I think everything needs to be discussed. Whether it's a pro or con, whether it's a to or against, for or against, I think everything needs to be discussed. And I think once you plead your case, if they saying no, then that's something that you got to deal with. Because it just don't involve you. A relationship involves two people, and in this case, it's just not about you. It's about the other person as well. So again,
yeah. There's got to be some give along with some take. Got to be some give and some take. And number six, set social media boundaries. And what we mean by this is set the times that are for you, the private times. You got to set boundaries. Say, okay, no social media, no posting. It's me and you. You either having a good dinner, or you know what I'm saying, we having a good vacation or something. Let the private things between y'all be private.
One thing me and Cheryl did on a birthday Friday, and we had never done this before. We're so used to picking up our phone doing social media stuff that I said, let's try to enjoy your birthday dinner without our phones. Let's put our phones up, and so we keep each other company. No phones, no social media, no nothing. We keep each other company. Because I think we don't do that enough. I think we're too easily distracted by what's going on social media. We don't spend enough time with each other while we're with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The world has got us afraid that we're gonna actually miss something. We ain't gonna miss nothing. We ain't gonna miss nothing. I remember people couldn't get in touch with you. You know what I'm saying? You at least had to check your voicemail when you got home.
Yeah.
When you was out, you was just out. You know what I'm saying? And I know we dating ourselves. If somebody called you and you was on the phone, guess what? They didn't get you because they got their busy tone. You even got busy, got call away. You ain't got busy tones anymore.
They got to call back. Busy tone hello. That was it.
Boy.
Now you got text. Whoever invented text is the devil. Text is the
devil. Yeah, man. Wow. But those are our six social media relationship rules that you want to be mindful of and stick to. Man, it's that time.
Stop lying. Don't you be getting on your line.
Hey, man. Okay, it's been a whole hour, brother.
Yeah, good. Okay, it's good. I'm ready for final thoughts this evening. My final thought for this evening is, don't y'all be lying on social media now. Don't y'all lie on there. It's okay. And I know y'all gonna say, oh, we Christians or we believers, we don't lie, we exaggerate. Well, stop your exaggerating. Because somebody somewhere is gonna call you and they believe in what you're saying. They believe in what you're saying, and you don't want to be leading nobody astray in what we're doing. Because remember, guys, we want to inspire and we want to motivate. And if you're doing it for anything other than that, we really need to stop. Because this is social media. This is not a reality show, and you don't want people calling you on your foolishness because you know we could be doing foolish stuff on here. So I love you. And that story, that was a made up story. That wasn't really me. That was my friend. I just made that up. So don't be believing all that stuff that I say. And that's my final thoughts.
When it comes to social media, when it comes to anything that you're trying to do to reach people, you got vulnerability and you have accountability. Now, when you put yourself out there, it raises the accountability. You now become accountable to the people that you've attempted to reach. Meaning you got to watch yourself and how you handle yourself, how you handle especially your relationships with people, especially the person that you're deciding to be with. Because you're trying to set a standard for other relationships just by how you carry yourself. Doesn't mean that you're trying to direct them and tell them what they need to do and what they shouldn't do, but you're just trying to say, if you want to be in a relationship and have things last and things go right, this is what you need to do. But then you got the vulnerability. You got to be honest and let people know that this thing takes work. Which means everything isn't going to always be good all the time. We're going to have our arguments. We're going to have our things that we go through, but how we recover, how we bounce back, and how we come back from that speaks to the strength of our relationship. Don't let social media create, like John said, be an inspiration to people, but also be real with them and let them know that this thing is real and it can be beautiful. It can work if you do it the right way, but there is a way to handle it. There's a way to do it. So let's be honest. Let's be real. Let's be accountable as well as vulnerable, but let's walk this thing out in a way that inspires other people to want the real deal of what we have, as opposed to some fantasy that we projected to people. And that's our King speaks for this week.
Oh man.
Hey man. That went pretty fast, man. That went pretty fast.
Now before everybody posts, they're gonna be like this.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. As they should. You should think. You should think. You know what I'm saying? Consider things before you speak. What it say? Listen twice as much as you speak, or something like that. But you know.
The ironic thing is, I was looking at this as a matter of fact. So, if people look, okay, if they look at your setting, what you have, what they can see, what you then look at my setting. You know, it looks quite different from where we started from. If you go back and look at where we started from, it shows a gradual progression of the podcast and how we started out and where we progressed to. And that's all. And that's all we want to do again is inspire and motivate. I mean, because we were pitiful when we first started.
Oh man.
D had a phone. I was on the phone. It was
I had a phone in my hand, brother. A phone in my hand, and that was the show. So always be striving to improve and get better. Read books, get information, talk to the person that you with, talk about your dreams, your aspirations, talk about where you want to go together, individually. I mean, do all of that. Do all of that. Listen, make sure you like, share, subscribe to our podcast. It's available. We on Apple, Google, Spotify, Spreaker, all the podcast platforms. Make sure you go and check us out. The audio version, you can find it on those particular platforms. Also, we are a part of the BS3 TV family. I don't know if you can see my shirt. Yeah, we're part of the BS3 network of podcasts, and we're on TV. You can find us on Roku, BS3 TV channel on Roku. Go to Roku. You can find us along with some other great podcasts, some great content that we have out there. So go check us out. If you got a Roku device or Roku TV, you can find us there at the BS3 TV channel. Also, if you don't have a Roku TV or a device, you can go on your computer. We have a direct web link, bs3tvlive.com.
We got the flyer up for Friday. Saturday.
bs3tvlive.com. I did not pull the flyer.
That's my bad, man. We talked about it. I forgot about it. We'll be in Frisco on Saturday recording, doing cuts and conversations on Saturday in Frisco. I want to say the address is 5201 Main Street. That's just off the top of my head, which that means it's probably not right. It's at Brooklyn's Barbershop off of Main Street in Frisco. We'll be there Saturday from there we go.
Right.
Address was a little off.
Yeah, so it's gonna be cuts and conversations. We're gonna do a live video recording in the barbershop at Brooklyn Cuts and Designs, 6927 West Main Street in Frisco, Texas. And it's just gonna be guys sitting around. We talking about some things. It's gonna be our first live recording outside of what we do on Monday nights. So be looking for it. We're gonna have it up and bring it to y'all real soon. So I want y'all to be looking for that. It's gonna be hot.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fire.
Should be really good. Should be really good. Yeah. Well, all right, man.
Ladies and gentlemen,
if you know people lying, share this because they can hear it. If you know they lying, they're lying, just send it to them. Just share it to them.
And we want to put the word out for anybody who's good at managing social media, as far as what we're doing with podcasting and stuff. If you feel like you listen to the show, you like the show, you feel like you can help us out, and you're good with social media, hit us up. Send us a DM or whatever. Don't worry, my wife has access to my DM, so don't send no foolishness. But yeah, we want to hear from you.
Don't use virgin in mine, okay? Don't use virgin in my DM because it'll get me in trouble.
Right. Don't use no kind of suggestive language whatsoever in anything. And I think we'll be all right. Yeah. But just putting that out there for anybody. If you know how to do all that stuff, we want to put that out there. All right. Yeah, we're gonna catch y'all. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. We're gonna catch y'all on the next round. Peace out.
That'll be good.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.